Hello, my lunch date people. Coach Tanya here, sucking down my water. You know, I have to say, it's a damn good thing I work from home, because working in an office, drinking this much water, they would all think I had a bladder problem. I'd be running to that bathroom all the time. So I just put my yummy lunch together. Let me show you before I start talking about what I mean by help. So look at that. It's 3 green containers of kale. I use my yellow containers. Yes, those are little mini potatoes. I'm actually going to share with you guys later this awesome thing that I found when I was shopping at Walmart doing my groceries to make those potatoes. They were delicious, and I love them because they're small, they're tiny, you have a few, and that's perfect with your carb intake. And then it's the rest of my turkey hash from the other night. My salads are always dump salads. I just take a bunch of leftovers and make a salad. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is you. If you're anything like me, asking for help never happens. Accepting the help is hard also. Hey, she's barking at the Halloween decorations outside. So it is not an easy thing. Hey Sarah, how are you? Hi Rosie, thanks for joining, ladies. So I know asking for help is very difficult. I don't do it. I would rather overflow my plate with 1,000,001 things to do and figure out how the hell I'm going to do that in the time frame I have in my day than to ask someone to help me. Hi Samantha, how are you? Hey Liz. Hey ladies, I'm so glad you're joining me for lunch today. Hey Renee. So it's something that I'm trying to learn to get better at, and I wanted to talk about this topic because like you guys know, I talk about hard times. Hey Susan, I cannot wait to do that turkey run with you. Hey Christina. So for me, you know, I always like to talk to you guys about things that I struggle with, because I know that there's other moms and dads and people out there that struggle with the same things, or maybe something that I found a solution to that might help you with something. So this is what I want to share with you today. Asking for and accepting help is okay. It's okay to let people help you. That doesn't mean you've failed. That doesn't mean you're not Superwoman or Superman or anything like that. That doesn't mean that you are not good at what you're doing. It means you're smart. It means you realize that things need to get done and you need help getting them done. Hey, Rebecca. So for instance, I was never one to ask Alex to help me with things. I never wanted to feel like I was that nagging wife. Can you do this and this and this? I don't make honey to-do lists. I make Tanya to-do lists and I check the list off. I don't make honey to-do lists. I usually don't ask him for help. He's got his own list of things that he wants to get done, and I don't want to burden him or put him out by asking him to help me get my stuff done. That's just my mindset, my mentality. But I've gotten better at it. Like, hey honey, I gotta run out, gotta take Kayla to soccer. Do you mind switching out the laundry for me? Or do you mind getting the dishes done so when I get back it's done and I don't have to do it when I get back? Do you mind taking care of the dogs for me? Or can you help me give them a haircut? Normally I would do all the grooming on my own, but he has learned and taught himself how to do it, and he's been helping me groom the dogs. So I can tell you that, is it hard? Yes, because I am used to being the do-all person. I am used to being the one that no matter what tasks have to be done around the house, with the family, with the dogs, with whatever, the yard, it was always me. It is such a relieving feeling to be with somebody that is willing to help. I'm reading, Rosie, I hate asking for help. I feel like I'm bothering the person. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Like, I don't want to burden them or bother them by asking, because they might say yes, not because they want to do the task and not because they really want to help, but maybe because they feel an obligation. Like, oh my God, she does so much for me. I can at least do this one thing for her, right? Oh my God, I'm so happy that some of you ladies are the same way, because for the longest time I thought this was just my problem. You see, this is why I like to talk about these things on our lunch dates. So I have gotten better at it. And then also my mindset and my mentality is, you have eyes, You can see the laundry basket's full. You can see the garbage barrel's overflowing, and you can see there's dishes in the sink. I don't want to have to ask. I just want you to see it and do it. And I want to come home and be like, oh my God, the floors are vacuumed. The house is spotless. I don't have to do it. You know what I mean? And Alex is great with that. He will notice things and he will just, just go for it and just do it without me asking. But that was my other mentality. Like, why should I have to? I have to ask the kids to do stuff because they're not going to take it upon themselves to do it. But I have been asking the kids more to help me with things. Let me read what Rebecca wrote here. We make household to-do lists and everyone works at it so that no one feels that they are stuck doing it. I used to do everything and not ask for help. Matt realized I was getting so overwhelmed and he came up with the family list. I love that, Rebecca. Hey, Amy. Hey, Neva. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I love that idea. We actually had that for a little while, and I don't know why it never came back. So, you know me with all my lists, and I have my calendar on the fridge, so maybe I'll buy magnetized thing that I can put on the list, or I'll make like a little family wall or something and we'll put it up there. The kids do have certain chores and they know what their chores are and they know that they have to be done before they can go do anything on the weekend. Ryan usually washes the cars and stuff. Those are a little extra chore that we pay him for. So I know it's hard to ask for the help, and the list would be awesome because that list idea, you're not asking. Everybody has their quote unquote job, so just do your job. So I like that. Maybe if it's in a list and in their face all the time, it would help them. Like, I just need to make a list of all things that need to be done all the time around the house. Laundry, dishes, the floors, feeding the dogs dinner, feeding the dogs breakfast, which breakfast is normally me, but maybe one of the kids can be the dinner one where I don't have to tell them. If it's 5 o'clock, feed the dogs, things like that. I constantly feel like sometimes I'm like a drill sergeant, or like a referee. Okay, do this, do that, So maybe the list would be very, very helpful because I wouldn't have to ask, so then I wouldn't feel like I'm burdening anybody. So that's a great tip. Let's read. I am the same way. I wish that people in my house would take the initiative to do things on their own without me nagging them to do it because nobody does it. I could do yard work. It's free, LOL. I actually enjoy yard work, but Alex enjoys yard work too, so I just let him do it. He seems to like to get out there with his headphones and do his thing. Hey, Allie, thanks for joining. We're talking about, for those that are just joining, we're talking about that it's okay to ask for help and it's okay to accept help from others. Like if somebody sees you struggling with something, if they offer to help you, it's okay to accept that. What are you crying about? It's okay to accept that help. That doesn't mean you're not doing well at what you're doing. It just means that they see that you have a million things to do and they really want to help you. And that comes from love in their heart, that they love you, so they want to help you. And yes, my shirt's like driving me crazy today. So it's something I learned, that it's okay to ask. By you asking doesn't mean, you're not getting it all done or getting it all accomplished, if that makes any sense. So, but I love these tips. I love the list. And Rebecca, you're going to be getting a text from me later because I am going to sit down and eat my lunch and I'm going to write a list of all things that need to be done around the house on a weekly basis. The yard, the pool, bathing the dogs, changing sheets on beds, things like that. And then when the kids come home, I'm actually going to let them pick the things that they want to do. And then if they both want to do one thing, we'll do something in order to make it even to where I'm not picking one kid over the other. So I really, really love that list thing. Comment below, guys, if anybody else wants to implement that list with their family. I think it's a great idea. Sometimes asking is more exhausting because you have to remember to ask. That is true, Rosie. That is true. And then sometimes, like you said, it's almost like you feel like you're a burden to them or you feel like you're bothering them, so you don't want to ask for that help. That's like me whenever I have to ask my parents to, if they can watch the kids for a little bit because I have something I have to go do. It's hard for me to ask for that help. I don't want to burden them. I actually, there's a week that I was going to be gone for a trip and I canceled the trip because I don't want to burden my parents with the kids and the dogs for a week. Not that my children or my dogs are a burden, but when you go from being just you and your husband in a house to all of a sudden now you have 2 teenagers and 5 dogs because you already have 2 of your own, I don't do that to people. I just rearrange my stuff and I do what I have to do. I wasn't supposed to have the kids, but that changed and I love having my kids full time. So, I make do and I figure it out. So, but I never like to feel like a burden. So asking for help was always something that's difficult. So, you know, it's just something I wanted to talk about. And I love the fact that I'm not the only one that struggles with this. Hey, Kristen, how are you? I missed walking today. I really loved our walk yesterday. So it is nice to know that you're not alone with some of these emotions and some of these mindsets. This is one that's definitely, hey, Amber, thanks for joining. Hey, Kim, thanks for joining. So I just wanted to kind of bring that to you guys that, you know, Diesel, why are you crying? It's not time to eat. Why? Because I said feed the dogs? It's way not time. Daddy's not home yet. You don't eat till Daddy comes home. You got like 5 hours. Sorry. So, you know, let's all try that today. All of us that have a hard time asking for help, let's try to ask for help with something today. And let's try to make it easier for ourselves. You know, if you have somebody in your life that is willing to help with something, let's ask for it. I actually asked for the help the other day, and this is the first time that I've asked for this help with Alex. It was hard for me. I have a get-together to go to tonight at a friend's house that I haven't seen in a long time, and I miss her, and I want to see her. But I have the kids tonight, and it's always hard for me to ask him to watch my kids. Not that I think he doesn't want to be with them, or not that I think he doesn't want to watch them or anything like that, but because I feel like they're my kids, so they're my responsibility. I'm supposed to be taking care of them, things like that. It's my day to have them. I don't want to miss out on my time. So it was hard for me, but I did ask, so I'm proud of myself. I did ask him. He's going to take Ryan out to dinner because Kayla's coaching her soccer team tonight, and then he'll be with the kids after, and then I should be home a little bit after that. So it'll be nice for him to have some alone time with the kids too, and that's something I had to remind myself that, you know, asking for that help is going to help him and the kids bond because I'm out of the picture, so he's the only parental figure at that time, so they can see him more in that parental light. So sometimes a lot of good comes out of asking. But I am going to go and make my lunch. We've chatted for a little while. I don't want to take too much of your lunchtime. I know some of you are on your lunch break. But I'd like to see the comments. Like if you're going to ask, hey, Amber, I just noticed you hopped on. Thanks for joining. I want to see what today, I'm going to challenge you all my super moms on here, and anyone else that's on. I just can't see all the other people that have joined. I can see there's a lot of people on here, but I can't see. All I see is the women on here. Let's say no problem today, fly tonight, so to do, must get done. Yes. So my challenge to you all. Hey, Lacey, how are you? My challenge to all of you ladies on here that I can see that are on here, I want you to ask for help with one task today. Whether that's, you know, can you change the baby's diaper for me, please? Can you take the dogs out for me, please? Do you mind heating up dinner tonight, you know, because I have this to do? Or, hey, can you do me a favor? I'd really like to sit down and read this book, or I'd really like to just go take a shower and be by myself. Can you occupy the kids so they're not running in while I'm trying to take a shower? Can you do me a favor and can you fold what's in the dryer for me, please? Or can you do the dishes, please? I want you to ask someone to help you with one thing. And I want you to comment in the comment thread who you asked and what you asked them to do. And let's help each other get out of this mindset that it's not okay to ask for help. Because it is okay to ask for help, and it's okay to accept it. So have a great day, and I'm excited to see what you guys ask someone to do for you today. Bye, guys.